Welcome back. Happy New Year. Is this our first episode in 2026?
Very first one.
So, welcome back to the Talking Shop podcast, episode 1 of 2026. I am Josh from Grand Slam. We got Michael. I'm on the other side this time. Michael from Medium Rare Cards over on Instagram. We got It's Cobb, Mr. Brady up here. Over on the gram, Jacob, welcome. We're going to talk some shop for the next hour with you, and someone's going to give us a rundown. What does this episode entail, boys?
All right. Well, like Josh said, welcome back to the Talking Shop podcast and Happy New Year. We have not had a video in 3 weeks, and we are officially back. And the hobby wasted absolutely no time welcoming us with chaos. We've got criminals doing criminal things in North Carolina, Upper Deck dusting off the sorting hat, and Shohei Ohtani reminding us he still owns the spotlight, even in January. On the hobby front, John Cena refuses to disappear, even though we cannot see him. Bowman Draft quietly sneaks onto hobby shelves. Marvel and Pixar continue their gold-plated run, and Topps reminds us that premium is just another word for expensive. Plus, a bold Brady crossover sparks a grading debate we know Josh has thoughts on. And finally, we close with the biggest hobby infrastructure story we've seen in a long time. Major changes coming to Beckett, SGC, and their relationship with PSA. As always, we'll hit it with what's new in the shop, and Josh will close it out with a crazy stat of the week. But first, let's talk about this little kerfuffle in North Carolina.
There's kerfuffles all over. There was even one recently in Rock Hill I've got some juicy news on.
Ooh, spill the tea.
You've been a part of a couple of juicy ones in Rock Hill.
Yeah, so one of my favorite, we need to throw this up on the screen. I'm going to send this in the chat really quick. I forgot all about this story. You guys will get a kick out of it. Let me text you this. There it is. I'm going to text this picture to you. Just have it locked and loaded when I tell you this story. So there was a shop here in Rock Hill that was recently broken into. A little, just like we've had it in the past, smash the door down, run in, grab a container, steal a bunch of cards. This person went in to grab Pokemon, high-end Pokemon graded cards, got away with about $20,000 worth. And but here's what he did. He parked a few stores down, got out of his car, put his mask on, covered up his license plate, and then drove closer in front of the shop, thinking he was covert, and then came in, did his duty. But the other store in the complex has cameras, and so they have vehicle make and model, partial license plate, a look at the, probably not the greatest look, but a look at the dude without his mask on, his ski mask or whatever. And every time one of these happens, they always get caught. So that's like the only silver lining when this happens. But anyway, they know who it is. I'm not going to give any more information out because they are trying to catch him if they haven't caught him yet. So I just think it's hilarious because this dude's going to end up in jail, i.e. or prison. And they're going to say, what are you in for? And he's going to have to say stealing Pokemon cards. Oh, and then he's going to get pokied, man, if you know what I mean. I'm kidding. God, then someone else. So this story you're talking about up in North Carolina where a card shop was basically robbed during the shift. I think one of the employees was grabbed and he stole a bunch of cards. And it was funny because people were posting about it online. And I commented with the picture that I just can you flash that picture up there? And if you've seen the show on Netflix, are you familiar with that one?
Yes.
Yeah. So this was Grand Slam posting first time, huh?
Right.
So
unbelievable.
That's so look, this guy on screen looks like a winner. And
we've got a list of charges on this report too, if you want to go through those.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear them.
Read those out for us, Michael.
Felony robbery with a dangerous weapon, felony second-degree kidnapping, misdemeanor false imprisonment, misdemeanor interfering with emergency communication. I guess somebody wanted to call 911 on him and he took his phone. Possession of,
drugs are
cocaine.
involved? No.
Yes, driving
He's a
while
winner.
license revoked while not impaired. Good for him. Possession of drug paraphernalia. Possession of Schedule 4 controlled substance. You know,
He ran the
And-
gauntlet.
And you know, the most
he
addictive-
reads like a winner.
Well, look at him. You can tell he's going places in life. Can
Right to jail.
yeah. He's in control of the most addictive substance you can right now, and that's cardboard with characters on it. Shows you how addictive this stuff is.
Oh
but
my goodness. What a way to start the year.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. Let's say hello to a few guys. Hello, David, Mackie, and JP. Thanks for chiming in.
ladies, welcome. Plus, if they recorded the certs on the graded cards, they can prove they are stolen. Yeah, for sure. So I think the guy that broke into the shop here in Rock Hill, a store in Salisbury called the store that was broken into and said the dude was up there trying to sell some of those graded cards to that shop. So they're on his trail. They've got his whole Facebook profile, what he looks like, everything. So the dude's toast. It's just a matter of time. But
I'm convinced, right? I'm convinced that the only smart, really smart criminals are the ones on you see on television.
yeah,
Most of them are idiots.
The only really good smart criminals are set up at card shows. Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, whoa, hey.
Just kidding.
Shots fired.
Wait, if they're if the criminals are really smart, it's because we don't know about them. That's how smart they are. We don't know they're
Yes.
criminals.
Those
so.
are the smart ones. Those are the smart
They are
ones.
few and
What
far
else you
kids.
what else you got for us, Jacob, in this opening rip?
Our next story is about a property that I honestly don't know much about, but it is Harry Potter. And Upper Deck announcing that they are going to be doing a Harry Potter product.
I'm
Anybody
surprised
care about
Fanatics
this?
didn't beat them to it, or Magic the
know.
Gathering.
Anybody care about this? Josh, if you were offered this, would knowing your patrons, there would probably be some demand for this.
Sure, yeah, I can't get Upper Deck product from Upper Deck currently, but if I was offered it, I would carry a little bit of it for sure. There's definitely going to be a demand.
Yeah.
There's some hardcore Harry Potter. I've never watched any of the movies. I've maybe tried watching the first one. I couldn't get into it. No shame if you are into it. Everyone likes different movies, but
Jacob, how old are you?
27.
I'm actually shocked that this doesn't mean anything to you. Because this came
You're a
out
big
when did Harry Potter bring that up? When did Harry Potter come out? The first
It was
gotta
like
be 15 years
I
ago.
got into wrestling and comics instead of Harry Potter.
Okay. All right. Because I know we threw it out there. Which one is a bigger franchise? Star Wars or Harry Potter?
Oh, it's got to be Star Wars.
I think if you looked up the numbers, it's closer than you think.
You might the number of hardcore fans maybe would be closer, but the amount of merchandise and games,
If you looked up what each franchise was worth, I think you would be. I was surprised when I looked this up a couple years ago.
Downs more expensive though due to merchandise alone.
What's that?
Star Wars should be way ahead of it as far as merchandise.
You would think, right?
Because I thought I read that like Cars is like the most successful movie of all time based off merchandise alone.
You would think, but if you looked at the numbers, and guys, comment below if you think I'm way off base. I thought it wasn't even close, but it's closer than you think.
I feel like this product might be 10 years too late, but I feel like this might be Upper Deck because they're kind of failing on all ends when it comes to sports and have been for a little bit now. I think they could be seeing the success that Topps is having with Disney related properties, and they could possibly be going after Universal properties.
Okay.
Which Harry Potter being the biggest of those.
Yeah.
Except for like Minions and stuff. But
I know that it's been in the works for a while now. They're going to do another Harry Potter series on HBO, which is that's Universal? Is that Warner Brothers? Whatever. And it's going to be much darker. I think the books were way darker than the movies. And so this may be like preempting that, but I think this product would do well depending on the price point. Upper Deck lost Marvel, and you see what Marvel's doing now. We're going to talk about Marvel a little later. So they had to fill that void. And this isn't a bad one. This isn't a bad IP to fill it with. So
I agree. Though I will definitely, I'm sure, get asked by customers about this. And I'll have to say, sadly, we aren't Upper Deck direct yet.
Are you guys familiar with Shohei Ohtani?
Heard of him.
Well, he's got another 6-figure card that just sold. Check out this.
This is my
That's one of Michael's
Shohei
favorites.
Card. My favorite card. And here's why. Because some people favor the pitching one. Some people favor when he's batting. This guy's carrying a glove and his bat in the same photo. It's just him showing up to practice. I love this card. This is a short print anyway, and this is the auto of that. Monster card. Monster. I love this card. It was fun.
Gs.
When I went to the National with you, Josh, it was fun hunting for this card, even though I was never going to buy it. Actually, the non-auto of this card, when you and I went to the National, was attainable. It was like $2,600 a few years ago.
Did you so then you did find one there, the non-auto version?
I did. I found more of the white jersey Acuñas than this one. This one's pretty rare. So,
interesting.
Love it. I think this price is only going to go up. Hang on to it. This one's numbered. The base ones aren't, and they're just short prints. So awesome.
All right, Josh. We talked about it a little bit in the pregame. What do you have new in the shop this week?
Oh, yes. And we need to talk about this week's sponsor too. Tell me whenever we do that. So we did get, I was showing you that we did get a fill-in of Topps Chrome Marvel Studio hobby boxes.
Go get it, Jacob. Go get it.
Those are hot.
Let me do today's releases. There's just one thing today since it's Thursday. It's the 25-26 Topps paper flagship. What's this, the UEFA League, Michael?
So this is looks like all three of them. So if you look, there's 3 logos there. It's Champions League. What is it? Yep. Champions League, Europa League, and it's a Conference League.
Yes.
So you're going to get a bunch of teams that are competing in these 3 different leagues. So awesome. Get into soccer now, guys. The World Cup's coming. World Cup is coming.
2 of the big ones from yesterday's release on Wednesday, Select Baseball.
Nice.
It is Panini. It's unlicensed, which is soon to be basketball and baseball or football as well, but it does really well. The price is good. The cards are sweet. We always sell it. Yep. I think it's 3 autos and a mem. So, And then the big boy of this week is 2025 Bowman Draft. Michael, you had been wondering about release date on this for a while, and then we hadn't done a podcast in a couple weeks, and there it is. So this is the hobby box version with the 3 autos, and I believe the snack pack chances are in these. And I believe they used to call these jumbo, and then the next one super jumbo. But this is now called the hobby. And then, of course, you have the jumbo.
My goodness.
It used to be called super jumbo. 120 cards in every pack. 5
5
packs
autos.
and 5 autos. So there's an auto in each pack.
So in the pregame, we talked a little bit about doing maybe a hobby 101. And so for you guys that are new to the hobby, Bowman comes out with 3 releases every year. There's Bowman Baseball that comes out in the spring, Bowman Chrome that comes out in the summer, and then Bowman Draft that comes out. Traditionally, this comes out in early December. This is the first time in a long time we've seen Topps sort of miss a calendar year as far as a release, because that says 2025 on it. So, but you're going to find this one's going to have, I believe, the number 2 draft pick in it from the baseball draft. The number 1 draft pick is reserved for Bowman Baseball for this year. So the number 2 draft pick is going to be the chase there. I think he was a pitcher, and we're going to talk about that here in just a little bit in Hobby News. We're just going to go through some of the prospects.
Dan Marino. Will we talk about Dan Marino being in it as well?
Yes.
You know that. So then I just have we have a lot of fill-in stuff that's hit the shelves. Merlin Chrome Soccer, we got fill-ins of that. Hobby and blasters. This is this year's, since we haven't done a podcast a couple weeks, Eclectic Football from Leaf. So they have a regular, and then they have a mythical edition.
Ooh.
So the regular has 12 cards, 6 of them are autographed, 6 are numbered base cards. And then the mythical edition has the same thing plus 2 extra mythical autographs. So those have been pretty sweet so far. And then we have a really cool multi-sport product, and it comes in 2 flavors. The regular is 3 premium hits. This is Leaf Electrum. And you can see just from the cover, Messi and Mike Tyson and a whole bunch of huge names are in this product. So you get 3 premium hits in the regular. And then they have a super mega version, which has 6 premium hits. These boxes are not cheap, but I think you see, who's that? Lagway, or is that? Yeah, Lagway's on the cover. Justin Jefferson's on the cover. Tyson's on the cover. So a sweet multi. And then these arrived today. This is Wild Card Matte Breakers Brick Multisport Edition. So each one of these boxes has 20 packs. There are 2 1-of-1s in each brick, which would be this is a brick. Really kind of cool. Everything's serial numbered. I think an auto every couple boxes or something. So those are a bunch of new products, not to mention all the stuff we keep fill in on the shelf. So come see us.
So, Josh, I would go to the grading promo. We'll do that in just a second. But we have a sponsor for today's video.
Yes.
Like a real one, not like Panda Express or Dr. Pepper.
Right. Or today's.
Or the sub shop next door.
Penn Station. That's what I had for supper today. No, this is a real sponsor. And if you notice the scrolling wheel down below, comment. So far, we've got 3 commenters, at least from Facebook. Comment below. Once we'll give it a day or 2 for people to watch the podcast and comment. Just drop a comment or something, and we will random off. So our sponsor is Jason's Trash and Treasures. We want to throw his eBay link in the comments. I could do that right now, probably.
Well, if you search, except if your name is Josh, when you search for him on eBay, he comes right up.
Yep. So in the comments, you will see his eBay store. Go see him. He is a local customer to the shop, a longtime friend of the shop, an all-around great dude. He has donated this mega box, holiday baseball mega box, to be given away to a lucky listener or viewer. All you got to do is comment on the video and listen too, but we have no way to prove that you did that. Listen or watch the episode. We'll
tell you what. We're going to ask that you do that on our YouTube channel, on the YouTube video. not on Facebook. So if you are watching us on Facebook, find us over on YouTube. Find this video, comment on this video, and like and subscribe and do all that kind of stuff. But we'll give the box away next week, Josh? Right at the beginning of the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, let's do that. So, and then we'll have a new giveaway next week for the next episode. So we'll do that. That'll be our. Thank you, Jason. At Jason's Trash and Treasures over on eBay for sponsoring this episode and for supporting the shop like you always do.
Met Jason at the show in Fort Mill. Went to that show, bought a box of the Wild Card Holiday from Josh. And I tell you, he doesn't say it a lot. We say it all the time. It's guaranteed 101s in these boxes. And I got one. 101.
You're in 360p resolution, so we can't see who it is.
It'd be real nice to see if it was on a Motorola Razr.
Hey, be nice.
You called me young earlier. I do know what a Razr is. I have one of those.
Do the grading promo and let me catch up and buffer and catch up with you guys. Play the promo. Leave me alone.
Are you looking to get your cards graded? Well, here at Grand Slam, we've simplified the process of submitting and getting a card graded. All you have to do is drop off your cards and kick your feet up, while our transparent tracking ensures that you are up to date with every detail along the way. When you log into our website, you'll immediately be greeted with each card in the grading process, along with where it's at in the process and its final grade. And with over 1,000 submissions and some of the top cards across the country being submitted through us, we've become a well-trusted source to handle and submit your cards. So you can do more collecting and leave the chore of grading to us. So don't sit on grading your cards. Get them submitted today at Grand Slam, where grading's made easy.
And for those of you that do grade with us, I've got a little bit of good news. Don't get too excited because I don't have super hardcore details. I just know we have hundreds, if not thousands, of cards at PSA for customers that have been there forever in different subs. They're all getting towards the end of the sub, so we should start seeing all of these cards roll in the near future. So stay tuned. It's been a long, painful process. Like this silence right now.
Dead air.
All right.
The Dead Air podcast.
Who's ready for our next story? You guys ready? Josh is
me.
It's wrestling related.
Me. Please.
Oh, Michael, you're still buffering. It'll be all right.
Know.
Here we go.
That's crazy.
How about this insane 101 John Cena card?
That's kind of cool. I don't like Cena, but any card that has an actual piece of the turnbuckle, that's pretty cool.
We have not seen that before.
I would rather they stick this in actual product rather than doing this stupid Tops Now crap.
Fair enough.
This is Tops Now?
Is it? I assumed it is.
No, this is 2025 Tops Universe.
You know what's even better? I'm getting that product, so I just take back all those nasty things I just said.
Sell.
I still hate Tops Now stuff, but well, that's cool. So you can get some pretty sweet stuff in Tops Universe.
Hey, look at that comment. Am I still buffering?
A little bit.
It says
that
turnbuckle's
first
2017.
Yeah, they're just hanging on to this thing.
A SummerSlam 2017.
2017.
Well, they probably got in contact with WWE and said, "Do you have any cool memorabilia?" And they probably looked and said, "Well, we've been hanging on to these turnbuckles from SummerSlam. Yeah, that'll work." I mean, I'm sure they had other stuff too, but.
And what's cool is they can use that same turnbuckle and it could be match used for any match during that evening, right?
Yeah, that whole event. So.
Technically.
This is a weird one for him because he went against Baron Corbin, Josh.
Yeah, it's still Cena and it's still SummerSlam. And who else, like Michael said, who else wrestled that night? They would have used the same turnbuckle.
Yeah.
That is also true.
Somebody else's body parts were on that turnbuckle at some point.
So someone's privates got slammed up against that thing.
All right.
Next story.
Bowman Draft. We'll talk about
Yesterday's release.
Yes.
Well?
Yes. One of my favorite. And look, guys, Bowman, the thing with Bowman, any of the Bowman releases, sometimes the floor is almost unlimited. If you look at some of the largest, biggest cards ever sold, they're the Bowman first autos of a prospect. But you never know when they're going to hit, and they may hit, and the hobby may have already passed them by. But take a look at that 2019 class. Acuna, Guerrero, Vlad Jr., the 2018 class with Shohei. So here are some. If you're just listening and not watching, so here are some of the top prospects, and I feel like it's interesting that they're featuring a pitcher here and a pitcher for the Pirates. Coincidence? You think?
Marketing.
Well,
Let's see. Is he at the top of the list?
He's at the top of the list. He's the number 6 pick in the draft. Name is Seth Hernandez for the Pirates. Keep scrolling. Another one being featured. This is a great baseball name, Steele.
Yeah, that's a
Hall.
cool name.
That is a cool name. So he's the number 9 pick, and you can see, like this kid's coming straight out of high school. He's literally a kid, and so we may not see his rookie card in a Topps product
Couple years.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years. So we're getting in early here, guys. Early. Keep scrolling. Another pitcher, Cade Anderson, number 3 pick. And so this link for these top prospects, it's going to be in the show notes. Can you go over to the other link there? And this is off the Topps Ripped website or page. And this is the collector's guide. This will give you an idea of some of the inserts. Inserts are big now. People love inserts. And so let's take a look. So those are the 3 that we just covered. Just keep scrolling. And so this is a paper product, but you are going to get the autos of these prospects in Chrome. So you're going to go through a bunch of base, a lot of base. If you guys are watching breaks of this, you just got to be patient. Most breakers, they actually fly through the base. They fly through the base and look for these inserts and these autos in the Chrome card. So Draft 25, that's an insert that we'll be looking for. Keep going.
I like that one there. It looks like the action figures.
Yeah. I think they introduced this last year. Really cool looking card. Wonder if they're going to have the spotlight or the mood ring as an insert. Click through that insert set link for me, and then we'll just move on.
Let's see.
Okay, that was the insert set.
I think that might be it.
Is that a broken link?
You can't click.
Topps. Come on now.
It just drops you. That's just a drop down, yeah. So, well, there's your spotlights. I don't know if they have spotlight autos, but they have the spotlight insert still.
They do have the spotlight parallels. So these I think that they do have the superfractors and the spotlights.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
There you go. Crystallize.
Yeah,
Remind you of anything? Maybe like a color blast? Maybe? Retrofractors. Who's in the retrofractors? Can you pull up a little bit? They haven't announced it.
I'm pretty sure.
Is that the Dan Marino?
Yeah, Marino. We should let me find that out.
I to try and find a checklist. See if there's any more inserts that we can. No.
For a guide that doesn't offer the checklist, this is pretty weak. Come on, Tops.
This is
Yeah,
my
if you go
favorite.
to, like,
so far.
There's if you Google just Dan Marino's 25 Bowman Chrome card, he has it's kind of a funny card. So he was drafted by the Royals, and he's got they're showing a picture. Topps is showing a picture on X about with his 1/1 superfractor.
He's got the blonde hair, the blonde curls.
Oh yeah,
I think I saw it.
yeah. So that is, man, that card will be worth that. I mean, not quite Brady level, but it probably up there.
Yeah.
All righty. Anything else you want to say about Bowman?
No, go to the shop and buy some.
Come in and buy it while it lasts. We still got it on the shelf. And they are releasing mega boxes of this product in like a week or two. So stay tuned. If you can't afford the hobby and the jumbos, which are not cheap, then the mega boxes might be.
What are
for
those
you.
coming in at, Josh? The hobbies and the jumbos.
So market price online right now, hobbies are like 700 plus, and the jumbos are like 1,200. I'm at $5.99 and $10.99, so I'm under market. It ain't cheap though.
It's not, but as I mentioned,
Ceiling's
there's no
high.
ceiling. There's no ceiling on this kind of stuff, guys. You just never know who's going to become the next big thing in baseball coming out of Bowman Draft. You never know.
All right, Michael, I see that you had to slip a story in here for you, so I'm going to let you talk a little bit of tennis. Topps Chrome tennis, to be exact.
Guess what I have coming eventually when it launches? I do
Top
have this.
Chrome.
Are you getting some of this, Josh? I know you
I
said
am,
the last time
I-
you had this, you said you have some tennis people that come to the shop and buy this product.
Yeah. I dropped the ball on the last one. I didn't order it. I did order this time. We got Hobby and Breaker's Delight of this product
Ooh.
ordered.
So I did look at this checklist to see if there were some really, really recognizable names. Obviously, the kid that's carrying the tennis world right now his name is Carlos Alcaraz, and so he has autos in this. From my generation, I was happy to see that Andre Agassi, John McEnroe, Pete Sampras, they have autos in this. And
You got to have those legends in there when you do a product like
absolutely. And then Venus Williams is actually signing in this, so she has an auto. I think it'd be cool to see the Andre Agassi, Steffi Graf. They're married, and they're both top 10 players of all time. That would be a pretty cool dual auto. So, but anyway, just wanted to shed some light on this, and you are getting this. This is launching early next month, so be on the lookout for Topps Chrome.
What about this? Gene is asking about Serena.
Let me see.
It'd be
And
weird to have one and not the other.
While you're doing that, Gene also says the main event of that SummerSlam was Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, and Samoa Joe.
A little bit better than Cena Corbin, I'll say.
Andrew, what's up, Andrew? He says some good content here. Hopefully that's not sarcasm. Andrew's a Cubs fan, so I know he's a good guy.
And for all of you guys commenting from Facebook, go comment on the YouTube video.
Please do.
So you can be entered in the giveaway that's scrolling at the bottom.
If you're just joining, go over, find this podcast even now or later, anytime in the next few days. Find it on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed, but like the video or comment on the video, anything you want, and one of you will win that mega box. Corbin says he'll likely be stopping by this weekend. That would be awesome.
Leave the Marvel Chrome box for Jacob. Don't buy that. Leave it for him.
Jacob says his
that is
wallet-
a no on the
Jacob
Serena
drained
Williams.
his wallet elsewhere already. So
That's a no on the Serena Williams autograph. She's not part of
That's weird.
the checklist.
sorry, Gene Liebrick.
That is very strange. All right, let's get into some more Topps Chrome. We've got some of these Marvel hits starting to pop up.
My
This is great. I think you got like 2 links of inscriptions for us.
Yeah.
So
If you're just listening, what's on the screen now, I would consider maybe the top card in the set. Might be top.
there's actually an
3 or 4.
autograph chaser.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't have a base card or anything else, but Henry Cavill has an autograph in this set as the Cavalry.
Not as Superman. Oh, I guess it's Marvel. My bad.
Yeah, Marvel. He spent
I'm
what?
not- I only have a little
25
nerd.
seconds. Yeah.
I saw a base version of that auto sell for about $1,500, and then I saw one posted out of 25. And it was at 2,000 with like 4 or 5 days left to go, and I was like, I'm not even going to look back at that. But
And this is out of
pretty cool.
studios.
Yep,
Yeah.
this is out of the
Marvel
box
Studios.
I showed earlier.
Yep.
Might have to open one, Josh.
You don't get high on your own supply. This is the
No.
box he's referring to. Go look at the autograph checklist on this product. It will blow your mind.
This is crazy.
I will, Jacob, you'll like this. A customer of ours brought in a card to grade. It has some defects on the back, so he changed his mind about grading it. But it was a Spider-Man card from 2024 Topps Marvel product.
Yeah.
Not this product, but it's a seismic gold. It's numbered to 92. It sells for like $1,200,
Wow.
like to $1,500 consistently. He showed me the comp on it. I was like, oh, that can't be right. Let's look it up together. We looked it up, and it's like 1,100, 1,500, 1,700. It's numbered to 92.
The best things I pulled out of my boxes, and we'll get into a couple more hits in just a second. I pulled the short print autos, the Fantastic Four. I pulled the Thing, number 263, I believe it was. I pulled an out of 10 U.S. agent, John Walker, which was pretty nice. That was an auto. And then I pulled a non-auto out of 50 of Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman. So that was pretty cool as well.
Oh man.
Those are my favorite. I got other stuff, but those are my favorites of the boxes that I
What
opened.
a product.
The card looks
Product
awesome.
of the year.
And you know what product we haven't talked about? It came out last week. I've sold out of it. I have another case coming, but Pixar Gold. Have you seen those cards yet?
We're
We've
actually
kind of-
featuring that here in just a second.
Okay, sorry, I got ahead.
I saw a dual auto from it. And then here's some inscriptions. Like, that is,
Clever.
I mean, these just look beautiful.
Yeah. The Pedro.
So all you sports guys, what those fancy cars do for you, this does it for me.
Weirdo. Look at that. Fan.
Perfectly balanced.
That's so cool.
That's
Is
awesome.
that what's his name's auto?
Josh
Brolin? Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's interesting she wrote that on that card, considering
Yeah.
that was a Doctor Strange movie quote. Interesting. I saw a bunch of these on eBay.
Clobber and
Go to
time.
clobber time on a bunch of them. So that's pretty cool. And then the Cavalry numbered to 10. That's pretty crazy.
Easily product of the year. It's going to be very difficult for them to top this initial release of this product.
Two
But
tops.
with the new movies coming out, who knows?
I wonder if they're going, since this is technically a 2025 release, I wonder if they're going to try and pop out something around Doomsday in December. They're smart.
They would be silly not to.
That would be a
Because
panini
they're going to
move.
have, it would be silly if they didn't do that.
And Josh, you teased us. Let's get into some Pixar Gold. These are looking pretty sweet.
I don't know if I took any pictures of anybody's Pixar pulls, but I didn't. But the cards look really awesome.
There's Lightning McQueen
They look
tripped out
they-
with gold.
As the kids would say, they look drippy.
Okay. All right.
They would also say that looks cheeks. That was cheeks.
Guilty.
Oh,
Buzz
okay.
Lightyear 1 of 1.
That thing's probably insane.
Mike was, and like the funny thing is, each of these are pretty much somebody's favorite,
That's a great point. Yep.
and they make the same argument with wrestling.
That it's somebody's favorite.
Everybody is somebody's favorite.
It's true. There was a Mr.
Except
Mr. Potato Head card open in the shop, and it wasn't anything special. It was like the coolest looking one, I thought.
I think I saw a dual auto of Woody and Buzz, so Tim Allen and Tom Hanks.
That'd be huge. Didn't you or someone else said a number to 25 Woody / Tom Hanks auto sold for like $8,000?
That does not surprise me.
Because some of these guys don't sign many other places.
Yeah.
And while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna try and look up just how much that Cavalrine card went for. Just while we're talking about it. Yeah. Okay. So unnumbered went for $1,400. The auto. Out of 10, best offered at 6,000. So I don't feel like
Big
doing
numbers.
more research than that.
Big
But
numbers
that's
from a
pretty
great
crazy.
product. Yeah.
And it's nice to see like a real chaser that's nowhere else in the product, just in the auto checklist. Let's get on to something you guys probably know a lot more about, and that is a product that, Josh, you said this was your first time getting it? Topps Gilded Collection?
Yep, it's a high-end baseball product, and for some reason I've not been able to get it in the past, but I am this year, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
But
when
look at
does
these
this come
cards.
out,
Those things-
Josh.
Gorgeous. I can tell you if you want to look at the cards, and I'll
Yeah.
tell you in 2 seconds.
So this is a Topps Chrome variant, right? I mean, this is Topps Chrome, but it's just given a different treatment, and I'm sure there's different inserts in this. Keep scrolling
look
there,
at it.
Jacob.
February
Two
13th.
autographs. Oh, go ahead.
February 13th, so Valentine's Day almost.
2 autos per box, which is always nice.
Yeah, these parallels. Hold on right here. So got the gold wave, gold mini diamond, way rave, gold lava, electro black, and super fractor. As far as
It says every card is limited to a print run of 99.
Yeah.
So that might be why you haven't been able to get it before.
Yeah. They just don't make a ton of it for sure.
So that's pretty crazy. Good job, Josh. Way to be there.
Hey, way to be there in front of my computer. Although I am trying to buy everything that Topps offers me so I can get offered some of the better stuff. So.
there you go. Look at this Griffey gold framed Hall of Fame. This is so much better. Remember Topps Gold label, Josh?
Yeah, it's still a thing.
No, they've discontinued Gold label.
That's right. They had it last year, right? Or 23 was maybe the last.
Couple years now. This is way better. Way better. Keep going. There you go. A World Series. Auto. Gold autographs.
This is like Topps Chrome if gold threw up on it.
Ooh. So they look like they stole that one from Cosmic.
Yeah, that's a sick,
Gold Storm.
great design.
And then no more pictures.
Yeah. I can't imagine you're getting a lot of this, and I can't imagine that this is for the average guy. Like, what are these boxes going to be going for, Josh?
I mean, I think they're like $700. If I just had to guess off the top of my head, it's probably at least that, maybe. But yeah, and I think a case has 4 boxes, so
Okay.
we'll get
700.
4 boxes.
You
They
had
may
700 to burn. You had 7 $100 bills to burn. Is it this, or is it a Bowman Draft hobby box?
Well, I had 700 to burn, and I bought 2 Marvel Studios boxes.
I think this comment goes along with what you just said.
Okay.
Oh boy! See, Andrew's
so-
saying the quiet parts out loud now.
Hold
So
on,
I wasn't going
I
to
got
say
called
anything.
out.
I
got
wasn't
called
going to
out for
say
not knowing how to
anything.
pronounce
But
basketball names. What it was it was
See,
sold
what
out
happened?
online. I didn't know Josh had it because he was busy around the holidays. God forbid a man have a family. And I was looking online. I saw GameStop had them for a good price.
Even worse.
And I had the pro membership card, so I had that. And they were sold out in South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia. I called my buddy in Ohio, and I said, hey, there's like 2 within 5 miles of your house. Go pick those up.
That's a lot of work when you could have just texted me in 10 seconds.
This is
I told him to get me
this
those
is
2,
like I
and he
feel like
found
I'm
2 more.
watching. I feel like I'm watching the scene where Anakin is burning to death on the shore.
I hate you.
Well, no, because I told him to go buy
And
those
Ben
2.
and Obi-Wan Kenobi's like, you were the chosen.
He found those 2, and then he went 10 minutes down the road to another GameStop, and he said, there's 2 more. And I'm like,
there's the dagger.
why do you text me this?
GameStops are dropping like flies, I've been seeing.
Well, I kept those 2 in business for a month.
For another day or 2.
Right.
Oh my goodness!
Donnie
All right,
Donnie says Gilded coming to Grand Slam. Absolutely, Donnie.
Yes.
But I may have underquoted price. Gene says he thinks they're over $1,000. I like the sound of that.
I know, no kidding. I'm going to stop asking you prices before the release date, Josh. Just mute me next time.
Say all prices subject to change.
There we go. There we go.
All right, let's pivot to a big Brady card. Josh, you might like this one.
Oh, I cannot wait to hear your take on this, Josh.
Now we're in your realm. I have not watched this, so
I watched this already, and I agree 1,000% with the owner of this card. Go ahead.
Well, we don't know what he's going to say yet, Josh.
Well,
so.
I'm just saying I agree with it. So when people hear it, they'll say, "Oh, Josh agrees with this guy."
Here we go.
Again, for doing something that many would consider crazy. This post comes from Benjamin BE13. Last month, he had a post go pretty viral. Cracked out a Tom Brady PSA 8 green 1/1 Kaboom, and later got it re-slabbed by Tag. It appears he is at it again. This time with a PSA 10 Tom Brady 1/1 Kaboom. Has now crossed over to a Tag 9. Many people would consider this a very poor business decision. He goes on to say that the grade of these 1/1 cards does not matter, and that either the buyer wants this exact card in a Tag 9 slab, or they don't want it at all. You're wondering why he keeps choosing Tag? Because he doesn't want to deal with PSA upcharges, and visually, Tag slabs look the best for him. How do you feel about his decision? Let me know in the comment section.
So I have a couple things. Notice that PSA 10 Kaboom that he got regraded from Tag and got a 9. That was Brady's first Kaboom in 2018. And remember, we on the last podcast we did a PSA 10 of Brady's first Kaboom, not numbered, sold for $27,000. Can you imagine what the first Brady Kaboom 1/1? It does. So the point is, it doesn't matter if it's a PSA 10 or if it's a Tag 9. That's the only first 1/1 Brady Kaboom in existence. The guy can set his own price. Doesn't matter what the grade is. Plus, it looks so much better in a Tag slab. So I agree 100%. Although I will say, it's not that way with every card. But with the Kabooms and when they're 1/1s, he's completely right.
Question. Are you sending this to Tag for them to crack? Or are you cracking it?
If Tag would do it, I would send it, especially if it's in a PSA 10 label. You might plant that little seed in their brain. I know it's AI, but still, there's got to be some human
like
control.
Slipping the hostess a 20 to get to the table quicker when there's a line at the restaurant.
Yeah, and you're like, look,
I'd be afraid I'd ruin the card. I've ruined a card cracking one before, so I'd be so scared to ding up that card. definitely sending it in the slab. What are we speculating that sells for? If it ever sells.
It's got to be hundreds of thousands.
101.
The first one, the first picture he showed that was an 8. I think he graded it, got a 9 tag or something like that. The first one, that was a 2021 or 2022. So not nearly as high as his 2018. That 2018 one could be hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
If you told me it went for $1 million, I wouldn't be surprised, just because it's one of those where someone has so much money to burn. They want his first kaboom, the only one of his first kaboom. That's a crazy high price.
What a win for just a boutique grading company. That's such a win for Tag. That's bananas.
They're number 4 on gem rate. They're coming
still
up.
boutique, man. If you
sure.
want to talk about new, we talked about it. Now you've planted the seed about doing some, making sure that people that are new to the hobby that sort of get some knowledge. If you're new to the hobby, Tag is what, 2 years old, 3 years old at the most,
probably 3.
And so you may not know them. They were one of those first AI grading companies, but their slabs are beautiful, and their presentation's great.
Yesterday, SGC graded 2.3 thousand cards. Tag graded 1.4 thousand. So they're not super far behind. And Beckett was 3.3 thousand. So CGC and PSA are blowing them out of the water, but they're number 5. They're in the top 5 of grading companies, and their slabs look so much better than everyone else's. They're going to get bought. They're going to get bought by PSA's parent company, I bet. But
there's the PSA and there's Tag. And that just looks a lot more crisp.
It is a good looking slab.
And it's a small thing, but their slabs being like more clear than PSA's too, make it feel a little more elegant.
Yeah. The label is laser etched on the acrylic or into the acrylic.
Who doesn't like that?
You got the
PSA's piece of paper.
The grader notes, right? If you scan that QR code, you get some notes about the card, right?
And this,
you'll get it'll show you every defect on the card, where it's at, all sorts of notes and grades and variants and everything.
Do they have subgrades on the QR code? Because that's our big praise about Beckett is the subgrades.
Yeah,
that
I
would
think
just be another step above.
You get way more detailed information. It'll show you like the coordinates of the card for every defect and zoom in on it. You click the hyperlink and it'll zoom in on where the defect is.
Yeah, the grader notes.
The subgrades couldn't touch what they can do.
Is that a generalized QR code, or is that only for the person that owns the card? I don't even know if I can catch that QR code.
No, you can grab any Tag slab, scan it, and it'll pull up that info.
Yeah, I can't pick it up on my
I just
screen.
bought a Brady, 1 or 2 Brady Tag graded cards off eBay and got them in, and you can scan the QR code. I will say at 3 nationals ago was the first time Tag was there, and their setup was as big as this store. They had all their machines. They were grading on site. You could drop off, pick it up next day or end of show. They had all their employees. And then the next year I went back, which would have been 2 years ago, and they just had a small section that would be like, a 15-foot section, 20-foot section with a kiosk, a couple employees, some display cases, and no machines in sight. And then I went back this last national and I got my stack of cards I'm going to drop off at Tag. Nowhere to be found. Couldn't find it.
Interesting.
So it makes me wonder if they're like, it's just not worth what it costs to set up there, or if it was something else. But I really want to know. They're in the top 5 right now. Surely they'll be at this next national, I would think. At least a small presentation.
Or they're saving their pennies for Fanatics Fest. They're going in that direction.
Maybe.
So.
If you're grading 1.4 thousand cards a day, I'd like to think you could afford to go to both shows.
Maybe they just want to be aligned with a newer, fresher show.
And they probably got a lot of marketing with this story here.
Michael poo-pooing the National for his newly found Fanatics Fest girlfriend.
Well, Fanatics Fest is in the Javits Center, and the National is usually in places with bad internet and no air conditioning.
You're
This
not
year's
wrong.
back Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So
Why, you going?
Maybe.
get the Uber ready.
We'll grab another Uber ride home.
Maybe.
Sidebar, this is completely off topic. I tell that story to everybody, and I was there. It's just a good story to tell.
I love telling that story, and then people look at me like, how are you not dead?
I need to clarify this in case the rumor mill starts that you have a girlfriend at Fanatics Fest. No, I was calling Fanatics Fest Michael's girlfriend because he seems to like to think that it's going to outshine the National. But let me quickly answer this. Corbin says, what cards are y'all looking to buy right now? Corbin, we are looking anything mid to high end, and I would call mid even like $50 a card and higher. That's kind of what we're looking at right now. You can bring anything into the shop. And Lorenzo says, what's going on, fellas?
Mr. Show Promoter.
You're looking at it.
Well, this was a good story to talk about leading into our main event. And
It's
that
8:20. Still getting we haven't got to the main event yet.
this is the main event here. And we're very critical about PSA, and they're doing some weird things, for lack of a better phrase.
Yes. So if you guys are just listening, it says this is from Neo, Cards and Comics. Breaking news, massive news out of collectors. Beckett is getting a new label, adding images to orders. SGC expansion makes no sense. They're not expanding SGC. More space and people. Nah. Beckett and SGC getting options to send cards to PSA Vault because there's nothing going on with that lately.
Yeah.
And directly post grading.
I
yeah,
like
I'm
Beckett's
still
new label.
I think this is fluff. They're killing both of these brands. I know, Josh, that you want me to explain the mechanics of that. I just think they want these two companies to go away.
I love a good conspiracy theory, but this one stinks, Michael.
So here's the thing. They have to know they've got some stank on them, let's be honest. A lot of people don't like them, but they submit to them because their stuff is more expensive. That's where they can justify keeping Beckett and SGC open, because maybe the common person, not everybody's locked in like these guys you see with their hats backwards at card shows. They could be like, oh, I don't like PSA. Well, I'm going to send it to Beckett. I'm going to send it to SGC. And people just getting into the hobby might see that like, oh, that's a different company from PSA. I like these. I like the way these look a lot better, because we always brag about how the Beckett slabs look. And now, for whatever reason, this says that they might be getting a new label, which that's a choice for sure. But the common person might not know it's an umbrella company.
Yeah.
No, you're
sure.
right. You're right. I mean, I'm trying to think of a parallel, right? And the first one that comes to my head is like soft drinks. Right? So let's just say that PSA is like Coca-Cola, and I don't know, Beckett was Dr. Pepper, and SGC is Pepsi, or
And
the
now
other way
Coke.
around.
KX Coke owns them all.
Yeah.
You have to remember it's the parent company that owns them. It's not PSA.
PSA.
They own PSA as well, right? So they own PSA. They own
At
Beckett.
some
SGC.
point, somebody is going to see that Beckett and SGC aren't worth keeping open.
Or
they're gonna give it the college try, and they're gonna put stuff out like this to see if there's any sort of I don't know.
a company that's grading 3.3 thousand cards a day is not a company on the verge of going out of business. It might not be doing the 89,000 a day that PSA is doing, but you're a parent company. You own PSA. That's your big dog. That's your pride and joy. That's the one that does the most business. But you also own two other smaller businesses that are thriving and doing well that happen to be in the same operating space. And you want each one of those to do well because each one has a niche, and you're not getting the customer. You own PSA and you've got people that just won't submit to PSA because of your faults there. So now they own the two smaller ones. It's like it's like you own the big gas station, but people won't go to you. So you buy two other franchises because those people are going to those. So now you have those customers as well. It doesn't mean all three can't do well, just on different scales because they have different niches.
I realize that, but PSA's just stepping in their own piles of crap lately, and that stink is going to go over to two other organizations. Well, SGC has been pretty squeaky clean, but Beckett hasn't been able to get out of the way for 5 years, and SGC is down. Look at that first comment, down 80% year over year. I mean, it just does not look good. I think they're putting window dressing on this, and in 2 to 3 years, they're going to shutter these companies, and PSA is just going to wrap things up. And then hopefully CGC and Tag continue to fight the uphill battle, and I hate it. I hate it because if there ever was a monopoly, you're looking at it.
Well, it's not like none of your other hot takes have been glaringly wrong, so we'll add this to the list.
A monopoly.
Jason Tatum eventually won a world championship.
Fair enough.
A monopoly doesn't immediately mean a bad thing, because we also saw that Topps started kind of monopolizing the sports licenses, and they've kind of done pretty good with the products. Not put them out, some of them as fast as we would like. As far as the look at everything, like, and the availability of like the autographs you're getting, stuff, like, everybody's been pretty pleased with that.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that it's always bad, but when you start gobbling up your competition and the only competition that will keep you somewhat honest, then it becomes problematic.
Yes. And they've already been problematic even beforehand, which is a weird thing because now you've kind of contaminated two other places. That's why I think they're going to have to rely on just the common folk to not know that PSA is the umbrella, or Collectors is the umbrella company that owns all of them together. So instead of having competition, their competition is themselves, so they still get the money from it.
Yeah, and they're already too far down the road to have some Frankenstein slab come out that is like the best of all three. There's just too many PSA slabs for them to risk that sort of brand equity. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. So we'll see.
Commit to Tag.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Leave Tag alone, PSA.
But even like bring Tag up though is like, if Collectors went to Tag and threw a blank check at them, what are you going to do? Beckett had been kind of suffering the last few years. SGC was on a little bit of a rise, but then hadn't looked good in the last year. Wouldn't you take the money?
Unfortunately, you would.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't, because you're a sellout. Just kidding. I would.
What you want?
Well, guys, if you haven't already, comment on this video below on our YouTube channels. Josh, flash the giveaway again. It's a holiday mega box. Whoa, hey, not giving me away. Oh, just hit buttons. Whatever.
You guys ever used a computer before?
There you go. That is it as far as our giveaway. So it's easy, guys. Just leave a comment on our YouTube channel on this video, and we'll be giving away this box.
We're giving. So you you got to come back and watch next week's episode because that's when we're going to give it away to someone who subscribed.
And Flash Jason's eBay store. What? Flash eBay. Jason's. Now I'm distracted. There it is.
There is the sponsor giving away the mega Jason's Trash and Treasures. Go follow him on eBay. We'll vouch for that store 1,000%. He has perfect feedback, over 20,000 items sold.
That's a lot of trash.
And an even better guy. Most of it's treasures.
Yes.
Leave the Elijah Wood auto alone. Leave it alone.
It's why shouldn't I have it?
Well, John or Michael, it already ended during the podcast.
Oh, what did it end at?
37.
Ah,
could have had it.
Actually, I actually would have paid that.
For $38, I can get him to cancel the order and sell it directly to you.
That's real power.
Well, guys, if you
sponsorship. Oh wait, I don't want to do
that. Guys, if you've made it this far, please like, subscribe, comment, leave a review. Josh, please tell me.
We're sorry for ruining your evening.
Josh, you got a crazy stat for us?
I have 3, and one comes in the form of a trivia question. I want y'all to answer this, or Michael tried to.
Okay.
Only 2 quarterbacks in NFL history have recorded back-to-back 14-plus win seasons. Name the 2 quarterbacks. Back-to-back seasons with 14 or more wins. Only 2 quarterbacks in all of NFL history have done this.
Can I guess one?
One is retired and one is active. I'll give you that hint.
Active.
Brady.
The one that is retired is by many considered the absolute GOAT.
Okay, well, that's Brady.
JP already ruined it, so don't look at the comments. But,
I can't see the comments. I got you on full screen. I can't see any of the comments.
All right, don't look at the comments.
So Brady's one of them.
This stat's a couple weeks old since the season ended. So, JP, I'm going to have to shadow ban you.
I got one of them.
Yeah,
Brady is one. The other is an active quarterback.
14 wins, 2 seasons in a row, and he's active?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have got it.
I can't.
It is Sam Darnold.
Wait, hold on.
Last year and this year. Pretty crazy.
For the Vikings? Who's Sam Darnold play for? No. He plays for
the Vikings last year.
Okay. So he was with the Vikings. They won 14 games?
Yeah. Yeah. The Vikings almost went to the NFC Championship.
That I knew. I didn't realize the Seahawks won 14 games this year.
Seahawks are really, really strong record this year. So that was my trivia / one. This one, these next 2 stats are just kind of crazy stats. And I got them right around the end of the football season. But the Jets went the entire season without an interception. Can you believe that? Did you know that?
Thrown?
No, their defense did not have a single interception all year.
No, I don't believe that. That's crazy.
That's crazy. That is true, though. And then I had I have another one for the Jets because it's really bad, and I can't use it because it gets old here. But Garrett Wilson ended the season as the Jets' leading receiver. He had 395 receiving yards. He hasn't caught a ball since week 6 and ended the season with 395 yards and was their leading receiver. That's bad.
We need a soundboard. We do need a soundboard with the Charles Barkley. That's terrible.
That's terrible.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, that's homework for one of these next episodes. We got to start using the soundboard. The podcasts I listen to. There we go. And last stat to end it with, the Las Vegas Raiders will spend $50 million next season on 5 different coaches that they've already fired. They're paying 5 coaches $50 million.
I thought I was bad with money. Holy crap.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Gee.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
On that note,
I'll name them. JP says name them. One is Josh McDaniel. One is Pete Carroll. One is Gruden. And then I don't recognize those 2.
Neither do the Raiders.
They've just still been receiving a paycheck due to a glitch in the system. So,
golly.
All right, y'all. I've been here since this morning. It's time to go home. Like, subscribe, come shop at Grand Slam.
Absolutely. Josh, thanks for joining us. Jacob, thank you for producing. Guys, thanks for watching and listening. Don't forget to comment on our YouTube channel on this video, and we'll see you next week for the giveaway. See ya. Bye.
Peace.